G'day folks, today we are catching up with Dos on a solo mission to catch an Australian bass. Bass have a natural range that extends just shy of central Queensland. That means if you're up for a challenging freshwater fish, it's definitely one to tick off the list.
G'day champions, Dos here. And bass, just like a lot of other fish, love a bit of structure. Whether it's man-made or natural, any structure is going to be a great place to start chasing up a bass. Personally, I've found bass are usually more active when the water's flowing. So as you would have just seen, she's fairly flowing here today. So it's just a matter of finding that structure and somewhere where you can actually cast the lure through all this timber, and with a bit of luck we might hook up to beautiful Australian bass. Australian bass primarily live in freshwater, although they do need access to salt water to spawn. So you're only ever going to catch proper wild Australian bass in areas that aren't landlocked. Dams, lakes, anything like that, unless they've got there by flood, they've got there by people. The estuary I'm fishing on today is dammed again a little bit further downstream. So that means on top of the wall and down the bottom where we're fishing now, that's all fresh water. Today I've had no luck landing that bass. The sun's come out, it's warming up a little bit, and bass primarily like to feed early morning or late afternoon, so we'll be back.
12 months later.
I didn't quite think it was going to take 12 months to get back here, but it's been 12 months, almost to the day. I've been in the region before, but the wall's not been running, and I really think you need that moving water to be in with a shot. Catching bass, particularly in this estuary. Now, I haven't been here very long, but it looks like I've hooked onto something, and I'm hoping it's that coveted bass I've been chasing all this time. Oh, it is. It's been a long wait. It's been a long time coming. But look at that. This little guy was caught on a diver, a pretty deep diver too, but a smaller one. Now I'm sure this lure would have come from the Tackle Club, one of their mystery boxes that I subscribed to. Not sure if it would have been out of the Barren Jacks, more likely probably from the estuary box. And as you can see, they work great in freshwater estuaries as well. And we're going to back that one up with another one. This one's not quite putting up the same fight that first one did. That first one was quite an impressive size bass. For me anyway. I don't know about you bass experts out there. This one's definitely a little bit on the smaller side, but still an excellent size little bass. This is what I came here for. I have eaten bass back in the day, but these days it's just a bit of catch and release, a bit of fun, and it's just awesome to see these guys still out there in the wild in the estuaries. Oh, whoops. Let's see if we can find a few more. Well, we've lost the lure we were catching bass on. We got two beautiful bass. One decent, one a little bit on the smaller side, but I talked to my brother Cohen yesterday, who fishes a lot more than me, and he said try spin bait. This one is massive. I think it probably come in the Barren Jacks box, but it's the only one I've got, so I'll give it a go. I can't even show you a cast of that jig, that little spin bait, because I lost it first cast. She's gone. We'll rig up again. Old mate who'd been fishing the wall, he said he just lost his favourite lure and he was calling it. He'd landed 15 for the morning. So he offered up his spot to me. So I'm super stoked about that. He told me what type of lures he was using. He said little poppers. And we're going to go have a crack. We'll take his advice. We'll try and get a few more fish. You just can't beat local knowledge. See that group of trees in the middle? That's what old mate was fishing those rapids either side of them, but there's no clear path to get there. Whether he went through the water, walked along these logs, or waded through this other side, I'm not 100% sure. The log don't look real stable, but that's where he come through. Well, that's definitely deeper. I don't think this water's super deep, but it is fast moving and it flows down into some deeper sections. All these trees, it's not somewhere I want to be swimming. We're going to do our best, maybe shamble through these trees and across these logs, and hopefully make it out to that fishing spot dry. This log looks super sketchy. It doesn't even look like it's touching on the other end, it's just balancing in the middle here. I do not want to be in there. This is 100% not the way this guy came. This log's not even touching it. What an absolutely beautiful spot to spend that Saturday morning. Oh! Did you see that log start to roll? Nah, I'm not risking it. I'm just going to wade through. I don't know what's in the bottom here and how deep it is, but it's got to be safe up and falling off that log. Only gone and bloody made it. Sometimes you've just got to wade through that water or fall off that rocky log. Because when you get to that spot, fishing's on, it's unreal. This guy doesn't seem to be as big as the one we got down off the roadway. But you've got to remember you're fighting him and you're fighting the current. These guys put up a pretty good fight for the size of fish they are. And the popper seems to have paid off. Yes, I don't know pliers or a leatherman or anything. I didn't actually plan to be doing much fishing when I got down here, let alone getting the lures out of fish's mouths. Cracker, absolutely cracker. I can feel old mate's pain on losing lures. I'm catching fish, so price I'm happy to pay. Another beautiful little bass coming in. Catching all these guys on either poppers or divers in pretty bright colours. The water's a bit murky, so I think the bright colours are making them stand out. If you've never handled Australian bass before, I've got to tell you, they're covered in spines. You want to be real careful picking these guys up, because they will spike the crap out of you. I'd say they're slightly spikier than a brim, and they're pretty active too, these guys. They're not afraid to jump out of your hands. What are you doing, mate? This bass in particular, he did a real number on my hand. He put a few little puncture marks in it, and I'll tell you, you want to hang on tight if you're handling these guys. We ended up landing 5 bass for the morning. I think I've only got 4 on camera, and I did lose that one right up close. Did get bumped by quite a few. You could actually see him coming up and striking the surface lures. It's just something special to see. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to get any on film for you guys, but we're going to come out either this afternoon or tomorrow and have another go, provided we can get back across this creek. Things to do to catch a few bass. Alright guys, it's the next day. We're here a little bit earlier today because it seemed like the fish were biting early. I don't know how you can hear me. It's sort of roaring this morning, but had a few showers overnight, so let's go and see the difference that makes. As you can see, we did have a few showers last night, although I didn't expect it to be up this high. We didn't really have any storms, just a few showers, and it's really over the road. I tried to get in here late yesterday afternoon. The lightning was probably making it a little bit dangerous. So, this is what we got. This is going to make fishing a whole lot harder. That concrete's pretty slippery, and I don't think I'm going to be able to walk across this causeway. So we've got a little bit of backwater here, and we might have a little bit up there in the trees in front of where we parked, but I think fishing's going to be pretty limited here this morning. We're still getting the odd passing shower. I don't really know what that means for bass, whether that means they're coming on the feed or it puts them off. I'm not too sure. We just have to flick Lewis and find out. I put my popper on and I feel like I've got to touch up any of those trees, but inevitably now I'm stuck in those trees down there. Fish might be hiding in there waiting to ambush stuff, but yeah, it looks like that tree's ambushed my lure, so try and get this out, but that might be the end of the popper. We lost the other one yesterday, a handful of other lures. A lot of these come from the tackle club, so get a good saving on them, but still don't like to lose them. So the popper's done. I did pick up a vibe in town yesterday, just a cheapie, because I'd lost all my brightly coloured lures yesterday. I've got a few divers still, a few little spinners, but want something a bit brighter, so we'll have a look in the car for this vibe and we'll give it a chop. But this rain's getting heavier, so I don't know how much longer we're going to hold out here. Alright, that's what we're running with. I think it was an Outback lure, just from Big Dub, just a little cheapie, and we'll give that a chop. Sure, we're going to see what we can go and find near the wall. I don't think we're going to be able to get it to that rock we were fishing on yesterday. I think it might even be underwater, and it's really ripping through here today, so how far out we can get, I don't know, but we're not catching anything off the road. The rain sort of eased from what it was last night, so maybe the water level will drop in the next hour or so and we can get a proper fish in before we leave, but we'll just have to play it by ear. Now unfortunately I didn't get it on film, but something just hit that vibe hard. It's something bigger than the gear I've got here. Could potentially be in a barra. They're pretty rare down here, but it just spooled line and busted me in the rocks. Didn't even have time to get the camera out, so we'll rig up with a deep diver, but that was the only one of those vibes I bought yesterday, so we'll get it back out there and see what else shows up. Here we go. Out near the rapids though. It's no monster like the one that stole our lure before, but come on, buddy. Beautiful little freshwater bass. I think most likely what happens is the bass get washed over the barrage there and get caught between it and the old wall, the one I was standing on yesterday, and just sort of chill in this pool here. There's probably plenty of food coming over the wall for them. The water's super aerated. It's just a good all-round environment for these guys. Although in saying that, today they seem to have come off the bite, and I imagine it's because a lot of them have been washed over the secondary wall the broken one we were standing on, and over the roadway today. After all, they do want to migrate up and downstream, so they are few and far between in here today, but it looks like we've hooked another nice little bass. These bass are great fun on light gear. I'm running a 2 to 5 kilo Shimano Sahara and only 12-pound leader. So that does mean I'm at risk of getting bust off if my drag's too tight, like the fish we lost earlier. I recommend coming in with pretty light gear and really making the most of an experience like this, catching these great Australian fish.
Both hands, ended up sliding down back into the water before I could have a proper look at him, but they're spiky little dudes. Awesome to see that.
By this time in the day, there was a few more people starting to rock up and ask how the fishing was going. These guys were here yesterday fishing in a kayak, and they managed to get a few fish downstream of the roadway, which is awesome to see. Not long after I said goodbye to the people from yesterday, my father rocked up with a few kids who were keen to throw some baits in. He was going to flick a few lures and see if the kids could catch a few fish. It was about time I hit the road anyway, so I decided it was time to get out of here. It's been an awesome session catching that bass. I'm so stoked we achieved that little mission I set out for us. And yeah, we'll be back here another day for sure. Australian bass fishing, awesome fun.
If you like this video, there's many more like it on our channel. Also don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything. We are also on Facebook, Instagram and now TikTok.